Forest Workflows is a great tool to design and run complex processes directly in Forest Admin, without having to switch to other tools or the knowledge base. Today, let's see how Forest Workflows can be used in an AML investigation process. In this scenario, an AML alert fires on a customer account, and we'll see how an analyst investigates and escalates. Then we'll see how a senior compliance officer reviews and files the Suspicious Activity Report, or SAR. And finally, we'll jump into the manager view so I can show how the workflow was configured and check the audit log. So we'll focus on crucial steps and see how Forest helps with speed, compliance, and auditability. So let's go. I'm logged in as a compliance analyst. At runtime, I'm not deciding what to investigate first. I click Start Processing, and a Forest inbox assigns me the right alerts by priority. Let's open the alert and launch the AML Alert Review workflow. This opens a sidebar with the full process. First, let's review the transaction summary. My workspace displays the last 90 days automatically. I can see the pattern flagged by the monitoring system. I mark the review complete and move to enrichment. Now I run automated enrichment for adverse media search and sanctions rescreening. This calls an MCP integration with Dow Jones and Comply Advantage. Results come back and are added to the case. We get an adverse media hit. This is a trigger for SR consideration. The workflow routes the case for escalation with all the required information. No guesswork, no Slack thread, no time lost. Now let's switch to the compliance officer profile. She gets our escalation with full context like enrichment results and the form filled by the analyst. She can approve and file the report or request more information. I'll file this. The decision is logged and timestamped. Now let's go to the activities page. That's where we can see the log. All our steps are there and ready in case of regulatory audit. Let's quickly look at how this was set up in the workflow editor. Here you can see the whole workflow I have defined for this process. First here is the part we saw as the analyst, with loading of the right customer context to check the transactions. And here's how we connect enrichment via MCP. For this, my tech team has set up a screening automation on N8N that cascades into several vendors and returns a summary. And finally, these steps configure the routing and escalation to the compliance officer. First, loading the captured form with the SAR information. Then here we have defined investigation as a sub-workflow that loops back to the officer. This way, analysts get a guided investigation checklist and copilot at runtime. And compliance officers control the escalation logic and SAR process, all in one place. I hope this helps you see how Forest Workflows is key to orchestrate AML alert investigation quickly, consistently with a clean audit trail, all in one platform. Contact us to book a customized demo.